Where do I start with this one? Oh man, it feels like we've lost. But actually, I think that's a point gained. That could have gone horribly wrong. You're looking at a picture of a certain Declan Rice who got his first ever red card today, and it came at a very, very difficult moment just after the break. 49 minutes in, we're winning the game 1-0, and actually, to be fair, looking quite comfortable. But of course, then against a very good side in Brighton, who are very well coached, Hertzler, their new manager, what is he, 31 years old, absolutely remarkable. They were always going to be on top for the remaining whatever time there was plus added time. It was just a really difficult phase for Arsenal, and actually, we had chances to win the game, but of course, we conceded a lot of shots, which we don't usually do. And we saw a different Arsenal today. And somehow I've just realised we've actually come away with a higher expected goals from half the amount of shots. But I know everyone's here to hear my thoughts on the Declan Rice red card. And here's the headline, guys. By the letter of the law, it's the correct decision. But as a football fan, and obviously as an Arsenal fan, it sucks. All I want from referees in general is just a bit of consistency, and I think maybe sometimes just a bit of common sense. We see in every football game, and just take away your thoughts on your own team for a moment, okay? As a football fan, how many times do you watch a game where players flick the ball away, or even just pick the ball up and walk away with it when they're about to have a free kick taken against them? It happens 10, 20, 30 times a game sometimes, and you don't see it punished 95% of the time. And if a referee sees it, they quite often will say, oi, don't do that again, I'll book you. And it just feels very harsh because of the situation as well. The fact that Declan Rice has been kicked, whether Veltman meant it or not, which, by the way, looking at the replays, he's not passing that ball to anyone. He knows exactly what he's doing, and that's my opinion. He knows that Rice has flicked it and he can kick him. I think it happens very quickly, and you can have your own opinion, but the other reason it sucks as well is because he's literally rolled the ball into Declan Rice, and he's given Declan Rice the opportunity to just, nudge it. It's not the right thing to do, and ultimately, it is a bookable offence. It's just the context of it. That moment, I would hope the referee would go, oi, lads, come on. Just get on with the game, and just have a bit of, well, I guess maybe common sense isn't the right term. It sucks. It sucks. And it ruined the game. And, I'm fairly confident, I'm 90% sure Arsenal would have gone on to win the game and continued the winning streak. What was that? That was going to be 9 wins in a row. Which obviously we haven't been able to achieve now. But like I said, the headline is I agree that he's kicked the ball away or rolled the ball away or whatever. He's flicked it away, whether it's a foot or a metre or someone's whacked it 100 metres down the pitch. It's the rules. You can't do it. He's already on a yellow card. He has to go. I think anyone, if that happened while you're watching your team, you'd be disappointed by it. And of course, all the rival fans are going to say it is what it is. It's a yellow card. Get on with it. And yeah. And I'm sure the club will try their absolute best to get that rescinded, because guess what, guys? It's the North London derby up next, and we don't have Declan Rice. We don't have Marino, who's got a broken bone in his shoulder and he's going to be out for a month or two. I mean, we're very light in that position already. And I'll talk about the transfer window tomorrow, by the way. I'm going to do a proper Arsenal transfer window video. So if you want my thoughts on how it's gone, just wait till tomorrow. I'm busy this afternoon, so I'm going to have to delay it till tomorrow. But we're going to go to Tottenham without Declan Rice, and I'm sure Tottenham fans will be very happy about that. What do I think of Brighton then? Because that's now 3 games that they've played, and we've been able to see how they set up, how they play under the new manager. They were very unlucky to lose Milner so early on, but it didn't seem to hurt them too much. Huge fan of Minter, by the way. I don't think he had a particularly great game, but he's going to be a good player for sure. But the main man, and rightly so, he got the best rating here. I don't know who got man of the match. Sorry, player of the match. Can't say man of the match. Yeah, I turned off the game as soon as the whistle blew. I was so stressed. It's a horrible thing to watch your team go through something like that, a barrage of attacks. But Pedro would have been my choice. Whilst he was annoying, to watch today as an Arsenal fan. He's so annoying. He probably did deserve to get player of the match, and of course he got their goal, and he was just a nuisance. He's a really, really good player. I quite like him in behind the striker. I remember at Watford when he signed for them, and yeah, I'm not sure if he's an out-and-out number 9. I quite like him dropping deep there a little bit. Really like Mitoma, although that one season where he blew up, he hasn't recovered that form, has he really? Struggled a little bit. What do we think of this Hinshelwood as well? Absolutely toyed with in the first 10 minutes or so, and then he did pretty well, I thought. I think Brighton are a really good team, and I do quite like them, despite the fact that I got kicked out of their stadium just a few months ago. If you want to go and watch the vlog I did, oh my God. So I went to Brighton to watch the Arsenal game, and I got kicked out for sitting in the away end. In the home end as an away fan. I got recognised, and yeah. I kind of hate the club for that, but I also understand it. They were, I think, worthy of points today. It could have either been the 3 points or obviously the single point for the draw. But what do I think about our setup? I was glad to see Trossard start. I thought he deserved that. Havertz took his goal brilliantly well. That is, I think I saw a stat since February. I mean, his goal contributions have been very, very good. I think it's 9 appearances at the Emirates, 7 goals, 3 assists. Very good. People complaining that we didn't sign a number 9. I think Havertz can do the job. I really do. I thought Saka was very good as well today. Ødegaard obviously wasn't able to have his free-flowing football for the majority of his, at least second half performance, because obviously we were down to 10 men, but wasn't his usual self today. I thought defensively we were very solid. I thought Timber was really good at left back, and of course Calafiori came in and did a really good job there as well. Gabriel and Saliba, absolute walls at the back. And the goal that we've conceded it's frustrating, because I feel like both Saliba and Gabriel could have done a little bit more with it. I'm sure they'll watch it back and be a little bit disappointed. It's just a cracking pass from Dunk. And Ben White, I thought, was pretty good as well. And Raya made some good saves. And I don't get it with David Raya. So when you think of a goalkeeper, you normally expect them to be quite tall. You know, we're talking like 6'3", 4, 5, something like that. And then you've got Raya, who isn't the tallest, but he wins everything. He claims every cross. He punches away everything. He's so commanding in the box. I absolutely love that about him. But unfortunately, guys, it's going to be a draw. And I look at that as a point gained. I must say that we could have come away today with a loss, and we would have just said, look, the referees cost us a little bit. Declan Rice did something a bit silly, and we've lost the game. The reality is we're unbeaten still. We've come away with a point in a very difficult situation, and we just have to go again. And the thing is, there's 38 games in a season, and yes, when you look back over 38 games, just last year and the year before, you can pinpoint certain games where you think that's where we lost the title. That's where we lost out on second, or that's where we missed out on Champions League football, because those games become obvious later down the line. I don't think this is one of those games. We won't look back to Brighton at home and go, that was it. That was the moment. Because actually, I think we fought well, and we played well considering we played almost 45 minutes with 10 men. We can have a look at some stats. Let me just scroll up here. And you'll see, obviously, that Brighton dominated, especially in that second half, because we had 10 men. But honestly, I think we've done ourselves proud today. We're not an easy team to beat. That is for sure, even with 10 men. One thing as well I wanted to talk about before I finish. I'm a little bit concerned about our squad size and the amount of players we have available at the moment. We obviously have quite a few injuries. Tierney, I'm not sure why he's still at the club. I was sure he was going to leave. Tomiyasu, we have no idea what's going to happen with him. He's just seemingly never fit for more than 3 or 4 games at a time. We know Marino is out for at least 6 weeks, could be up to 8 weeks. And Jesus is out again. I'm obviously gutted that Rice is going to miss the North London derby. I'm concerned. I really am. Obviously, with Neto coming in, which, again, I'll discuss tomorrow, and now Sterling joining on loan as well, which, again, I'll go into that more tomorrow. It is hilarious, by the way, what we've done with that deal. We're calling in Setford for this one because, obviously, Neto wasn't registered in time for the game. We've got Nwaneri in there, Lewis Skelly. We've even got Salah, we'll call him because I don't want to get his name wrong. We're a bit thin, aren't we? It's a bit concerning that we've finished our transfer window and we've actually made a profit. We've actually not spent more than we've brought in a season where we're looking to actually go on and win the title. We haven't spent much. It's a little bit concerning to me, but like I said, I'll go into that more tomorrow. I think ultimately we will 100% take the point today and learn from this. And of course, Rice is going to be absolutely devastated. I hope the club do try and maybe get this rescinded, but it just won't be. They'll say, well, it's the rules. Teach your players not to kick the ball away. But as I said earlier, it's just the consistency. Quite literally, the player of the match, who has a yellow card, by the way, kicked the ball away in the first half and didn't get a yellow card. I remember seeing it with my own eyes. The player of the match shouldn't have been on the pitch then, eh? So it's consistency. And no, I wouldn't have sent him off for something like that. I get why the rule's in place, but you can use it with a bit of common sense. Look at the context of the situation. It's like, look, the ball was rolled into Declan Rice. He has flicked it away to delay the restart. It doesn't need to be a game-ending decision there, does it? You know, the game was effectively ruined. Although some people would claim that it helped Brighton back in, I guess. So either way, guys, disappointing that we've only got the draw today. By the way, how nice is this kit? I love this one. The colours don't really pop with this camera, but yeah. It's disappointing that we only get the point. But of course, we still have Liverpool, City, all of these guys yet to play. And they could lose. You don't know. So we'll have to wait and see. Thank you for watching. And I will see you tomorrow for Arsenal's transfer special.